You can almost hear the rumble under Chamartín, when Xabi Alonso, la Décima hero, Basque mastermind and Bundesliga champion in waiting, said he was waiting like everyone else for news about the Madrid bench. He wasn't playing coy. Club sources whisper that Florentino Pérez has already marked him as the architect of a sweeping rebuild after back-to-back heartbreaks in the Copa del Rey and a 3-0 humbling at Arsenal that left Champions League hopes hanging by a thread. Alonso's blueprint is the same one that made Leverkusen Europe's surprise juggernaut, an elastic 3-4-3 that presses in waves and attacks with 5- and 6-man surges. But here's the catch: that system sacrifices sentiment. 6 big names no longer fit the mold. Over the next few minutes, we'll reveal who they are, why Alonso is ready to let them go, and how each exit could unlock Madrid's next golden era. Stay sharp, the last one might be the most shocking of all. Luka Modric once bent time itself at the Bernabeu, but biology never negotiates. He turns 40 next September, and even the front office's short-term extension talk, 2 extra weeks for the Club World Cup, nothing beyond feels like a gilded farewell. In Alonso's 3-4-3, the 2 central engines must sprint, recycle, and press for 90 minutes. Leverkusen's Granit Xhaka ran 12 km per match in that role this season. Modric hovering near 9, 2 km can't keep that up. Respect flows both ways. Alonso called Luka one of the smartest I ever shared a pitch with in 2014, but sentiment won't rewrite the GPS data. Insiders say the Croatian would accept a cameo contract if Carlo Ancelotti stays, yet Alonso's arrival all but guarantees his minutes fall off a cliff. Even a 1-year renewal could turn into a ceremonial lap, not a competitive season. And if a Ballon d'Or winner isn't safe, imagine what happens to a defender whose temper just cost Madrid 6 matches. Madridistas adore Rüdiger's gladiatorial sprints and last-ditch blocks, but Alonso's center-backs are chess pieces, not battering rams. The German's latest 6-game suspension for berating a referee in the Copa del Rey final was the last straw for several directors. Alonso's ideal back 3 moves in sync, circulating calmly before detonating the press. Jonathan Tah, who may follow him from Leverkusen, averaged just 0.3 fouls per 90, less than half of Rüdiger's 0.7. Unlike Modric, Rüdiger is under contract until 2028, so he won't be forced out. Yet club analysts see him shifting to a rotational role behind Eder Militao and a calmer left-footed signing. Losing the Warrior starter badge could sting a player who thrives on being indispensable. But versatility alone doesn't guarantee survival. Ask the man whose lifetime devotion to Madrid may end with a handshake. Lucas debuted under Rafa Benitez a decade ago, morphed into a utility right back, and chased every lost ball like it was his first. That engine once felt eternal, now the tachometer flickers. Reports from Gol and Diario has confirmed that Madrid is poised to let his contract lapse after a token 2-week Club World Cup extension. Alonso's wingbacks must be sprinters who average 20-plus final third touches. Lucas logs 12, far below Jeremy Frimpong, the Leverkusen prototype, who tops 27 per match. At 33, Lucas can still contribute in short bursts, but Alonso's lanes are marathons, not sprints. The board already evaluates options like Trent, Alexander-Arnold, or even promoting Jesus Fortilla from Castilla, making the Galician's pathway vanishingly narrow. If the right flank looks brutal, the left is a data analyst's nightmare, and Ferland Mendy is right in the crosshairs. Ask any Madrid fan to define Mendy and the word lockdown pops up. But Alonso's model wing back is half forward, half full back. Numbers from Managing Madrid show Mendy's expected assists sit at 0.06 per 90, barely half of Academy product Fran Garcia and a third of Miguel Gutierrez. Crossing accuracy, Jean Fischent, Frimpong again, is slinging 30% across the Rhine. Alonso famously said he wants defenders who defend forward, translation, carry the ball into the half spaces, create overloads, then race back on a turnover. Mendy's hips don't pivot that way. He ranks in La Liga's bottom quartile for progressive carries among full-backs. Club insiders talk of cashing in this summer while PSG's interest lingers. Midfield, however, is where Alonso's doctrine bites deepest, because it abolishes the classic destroyer role Aurelien Tchouaméni was bought to play. 80 million euros bought Madrid a vacuum cleaner. Alonso wants dual-core processors. Tchouaméni excels breaking play, but Alonso's double pivot must also dictate rhythm. Critics on AS called his ball progression insostable for a side that wants to dominate possession, while Real Madrid Confidential floated replacing him with a creative metronome next summer. Even the player admits discomfort when shifted into defense. It's harder to stay focused off the ball, he told Tribuna last month. Alonso's 3-4-3 eliminates the single pivot entirely. Instead, two box gears press in tandem, rotating with the wing-backs. Unless Tchouaméni reinvents himself as a hybrid passer, he could watch Eduardo Camavinga or a new signing start in his place. Yet the Frenchman's resale value remains sky-high, and Florentino Pérez will not sanction a discount exit just 3 years after the outlay. That leaves a limbo, valuable asset, tactical misfit, and limbo is rarely kind at Madrid. At least Tchouaméni can claim positional mismatch. Rodrygo's crisis is far crueler. A sudden, jaw-dropping fade when Madrid needed goals most. 21 games, 1 goal, and a wave of pundits asking if he was even on the pitch. Rodrygo's dip came at the worst possible time. Arsenal tore Madrid apart while he touched the ball just 28 times, his second lowest mark this season. Alonso, meanwhile, is rumored to demand Bayer player Florian Wirtz as part of his arrival package. Wirtz operates in the exact half space Rodrygo currently occupies. Alonso's front line compresses into 2 inverted forwards plus a false 9 link. That spells doom for wide baseline dribblers who don't shoot enough. Rodrygo averages 1.5 shots per 90, half of Vinicius Jr., and well below Wirtz's 2.4. If a Premier League bid lands north of 70 million, the club may seize liquidity to fund Alonso's wish list. 6 names, 6 exits, but what does this ruthless calculus really mean for Real Madrid? Xabi Alonso's potential appointment isn't a coaching change, it's a culture shock. Out go comfort zone veterans, in come relentless runners, and chess master ball carriers. The message is unambiguous: prestige counts, but legs, discipline, and modern geometry count more. Modric's twilight, Rüdiger's volatility, Lucas's fading gas tank, Mendy's narrow lane, Tchouaméni's single-gear engine, and Rodrygo's disappearing act all collide with a system that shows no mercy for nostalgia. Madridistas must now decide what matters most: loyalty to icons or faith in a Basque strategist who already turned Leverkusen from nearly men into unbeaten champions. One way or another, the Bernabeu will never look the same. So who from this list deserves a last dance under Alonso, and who should cash in their chips while the night is young? Drop your verdict below, because the revolution starts the moment you hit comment.